And welcome back to Let's Play Look Outside. Just doing a rare door encounter here that I might not actually be back in the apartment to get. I was scoping these out and noticed that I got this one. There is one that I do want to return to the apartment for, but it's at the end of the day. This here, teenager holding a square box stands in front of the door. Smells like a pizza, so we got the pizza delivery guy, but he's looking a little more, I don't know, manic than usual? Hello? Hi, did you order a mad pie? Well, let's open the door. Also, you probably noticed his sprite is a little improperly placed and he's over the inside of the peephole. Hello. I have a mad pie for you. That'll be $50. Okay, that's a little pricey, but sure, I'll take the mad pie. Here, you get a $6 tip. Thank you. Delivery guy walks away. You open the pizza box. Whoa! Mad pie indeed. Yes, a new variant of the Pizza Boy encounter can happen. The Mad Pie. A evil pizza from hell that attacks you when you open it. Fortunately, the Mad Pie is actually not that difficult to defeat. It looks scarier than it actually is, and it is going to fall pretty quickly to our, just sheer force of Teeth Storm. The pizza monster collapses into a heap of dough and cheese. You get 12 screaming pizza slices. And also a pizza cutter. The pizza cutter is a relatively powerful slashing type weapon, but if I remember correctly, it has no skills. Yeah, so it is entirely just working off of its strength. Not a terrible option for Sam, who can do his video game skills with it. The Mad Pie pieces, also the Screaming Pizza, give 50 HP and 20 stamina. Pretty good restoratives, honestly, so even though it is a bit of a harrowing situation, you should probably accept the Mad Pie encounter when it happens, just to get all that pizza and a reasonably powerful weapon. Anyways. Hey, Creep, give me some money. Ah, hello, my name is not Creep. Yeah, whatever. Give me some cash or I'm gonna sock you. My name is... not sure what my name is. Shut up. Zarya delivers a brutal gut punch to the roach man. Instead of keeling over, the trench coat almost deflates as a dozen roaches burst from every orifice. They quickly skitter back into the coat. What the? You may call me Mr. Roaches. Little new dialogue interaction between Zarya and Roaches there, just clearing out the daily things that we need to do. Speaking of the daily things that we should do, we should spend some time playing and talking to Fievel. He just immediately falls asleep. Note that once Fievel is old enough to be taken out, or big enough to be taken out on expeditions, you no longer need to interface with the playing, caring, soothing, talking system anymore, but you do need to interface with it if you want to get any more of his unique dialogue interactions, and there are rewards for doing that as of this version of the game. Now, before we head out, there is one other piece of business we need to take care of. Oh, hey! Fancy running into you here, Sam. I mean, you live here. Never mind. Anyway, Lyle, I got something I want to talk to you about. About mazes and wizards. Oh, that's my Mazes Master's Handbook. Are you into role-playing games? Oh, absolutely. Oh, cool. Might be fun to play again. It's hard to keep a group together for a full campaign. I haven't been able to run a game in years. I have a full campaign and a lot of notes, but my last group only played 2 sessions before it petered out. And I didn't even get to meet the bad guy. So much work wasted. Anything you want to know about Mazes and Wizards? Well, tell me about the setting. It's just your average fantasy world setting. You know, elves and goblins and magic and the like. Imagery and ideas pilfered from all sorts of mythologies, religions, and folklore, usually with a little twist. You know the type. Anything you want to know about mazes and wizards? How's the game work? It's a pretty typical tabletop RPG. The maze master explains the situation, the players figure out what to do about it. If they try to do something difficult, they roll dice to see if it worked, and then demons attack! Anything you want to... Okay, sorry. I always get myself caught in that. What was your campaign about? It was a long journey to defeat the evil warlock Zalmoxis. Pretty straightforward, but with a few twists and turns along the way. Anything else you want to know? It does sound like fun. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Well, we should... You know what? We should play it. Now. Now? Like, today? I can't do that. We can't do that. I'm not ready! I don't think I'm in the headspace to play make-believe about wizards at a time like this. Hey, come on, some escapism could help us in such a harrowing situation. Maybe you're right. Okay, I mean, there's 5 of us. We have enough to play. I still have all my campaign notes, but I need to prepare a bit. Let's play this evening. That'll give me enough time to prepare. Alrighty. Now, once you complete that dialogue chain, you are able to play Mazes and Wizards with Lyle, and it will be a full campaign. You can play once per day between the hours of 5 o'clock and midnight with, any of party members of your choosing. Lyle cannot be in the active party, though. It must be, Sam plus 3 others, and Lyle will be acting as the Maze Master. We'll get what I believe to be a pretty interesting party together for this. We're probably not going to be able to play it this particular day, but we will get a full campaign done before this playthrough is over. Moving on, Pierre extended an olive branch to Sam to try and smooth things out between the 2 of them. So why don't we go visit him real quick? It's a new day also, so we should probably see how Charlie is doing. Anyway, with the discussion with Pierre had at the door, we can now enter his apartment and take his chalky bar. I know that's had to have been bothering somebody. Anyway. You feel an urge to run away. Oh, here you are. I'm glad you're giving this a shot. I think maybe I could help you a bit. So are you ready? Okay. Okay, we've got some work to do. Let's get started. Here, take this. This is a drawing of a clown. Here, look, take your time. You're safe. I'm a friendly clown. Oh, God. Maybe Sam has a point. Oh my, I can see the blood draining right from your face. You really are terrified. I want you to keep it in your pocket. I think it will help. You received the clown drawing. Keep it with you. Face your fears. Tomorrow we'll try something a little more scary. Yeah, and then whenever you're done with the conversation with Pierre, Sam does just automatically start skittering everywhere there. Terrifying image. Your heart stops every time you glance at it. Anyways, on to things that aren't nearly as horrifying. Let's go see how Charlie is doing. His room is looking a little overgrown here. How's it going, Charlie? Oh boy, I think we're a bit past the point where there's anything we can do. I don't think there's any saving me. I don't think he's actually advanced too much since yesterday, but he will continue to mutate, so we'll keep our eyes on that. Not going to visit Keely at all, because her prices will not have dropped. Now it's time to do a little bit of cleanup. First order of business is I'm going to visit Jean, and then check out what Eugene is selling. Visiting Jean once again, and of course, I am obligated to give her an uncomfortable hug. I wonder how it compares to the handshakes with Sharon and Juicebox. I always called him Jukebox. He doesn't exactly have the greatest musical taste if all he ever listens to is that thing that Zarya and Monty are listening to. But of course, we want to turn over the laundry to Jean. The $50 she gives for this is actually kind of helpful, because we are a little strapped for cash. You're welcome. Anyways, moving on from this. Just one thing to note is that after you complete Lay's character quest, her apartment permanently seals, so you're never able to get back into it, and there's nothing to do with it anymore. Anyway, let's see here. I was really hoping that Eugene would be selling some gasoline. That would definitely help us out a lot. Another thing that will definitely help us out is we want to buy some healing items from him. We have been pretty strapped for those. May as well buy off all of these baseball bats as well as the sledgehammer, and get this mace over here. I'll haggle for that. He has no more patience. Okay, that's fine. Anything else I want to buy while I'm here? Probably the vinegar. I should get that. Alright, he has no more patience for haggling, and we'll take some of the... No, wait, the Pyrocare is way too expensive. Alright, that helps out a little bit. We'll see, do I have one more... herbicide, because we could use the herbicide to get some gasoline in the basement, a place we're going to be going to anyway. Yes, I do. Alright, so, like I was saying, we're mostly going to be doing a lot of cleanup. Don't worry, we do have new content for today, but for right now, let's go to the Frozen apartment and defeat everything there to get some experience for Fievel. We've thoroughly outpaced these things in their capabilities to really be a threat to us. Teeth Storm will just annihilate most of the encounters here. There are a few things that are probably still worth my time to devour, but otherwise I can just have Joelle blast right through them with Teeth Storm. We are, of course, going to take a look at the new enemies that are available for us to tangle with in the Frozen apartment, like right down here. Run into this guy, and we will see that we have the new enemy, Mansion. Mansion is actually capable of surviving Joelle's Teeth Storm, so we will actually have to beat him down a little bit, and he might actually be worth our time to devour, honestly. I was considering showing off Copy Dad. Last time I tried to use that skill, I didn't really get a chance to demonstrate it properly, because honestly, it's kind of bad, but the way Copy Dad works is that it applies a buff to Fievel that causes him to repeat Sam's action at the end of his turn. It does not take effect the turn that you utilize it. So that was part of where I was having confusion with it before, because we just defeated enemies too quickly for it to really do anything. I think it might persist for a little bit after battle, like Joel's teething status or Dan's streamer status. By the way, if you're getting the winter equipment here, it is always a good idea to see if anybody has an open slot to equip some of it, just to get some resistance to the cold damage here. And, yeah, we'll put that on 5-0 real quick, just in case. Get another wrapped gift over here. Let us pop that sucker open and see what we get here. Hey, 3 whiskey, not bad. Allow us to make a few Molotov cocktails. We'll use our salt to get through here. Seem to be missing some rock salt, or ice salt. And as you can see, we got a very significant new encounter here, Choco and Manto. So, yeah, there's quite a few new enemies occupying this place inside Cursed mode. Keeps this thing pretty fresh and interesting. Just thinking about what the best way to go about this would be. We'll just, you know what, we're just gonna go wild with all our best stuff. Oh man, Choco wasn't even really that good. I thought you were stronger than that. Oh boy. Get a hot cocoa for our efforts there, and a first aid kit over here. I think I might have gone through this in a slightly incorrect way, because I am have less ice salt than I really should have. Let's see, go over here. Did I miss something? No. I think I'm remembering where we can get some more. Obviously, there's still enough ice salt in the game to melt every ice block available, so you don't have to worry about permanently... Ah, yes, I forgot to grab this one. There we go. That should allow us to get to... Oh man, I forgot his name. Pom-Pom? Well, whatever. We do definitely want to take him out, just because he'll be good experience. What we're trying to do is get Fievel to level 12. Not that it's really super necessary, but allows me to show off a new thing regarding him. Melt through here and get the Game Kid color. Lots of valuable items in here, so it is very much worth our time to get here for our finances. Once again, we have Deep Cold. I'm so glad that this status was nerfed. You may remember when I got to this point in my initial playthrough and we got to the fight with Pom-Pom, he could just spam the cold wave constantly and stun lock your party for the entire battle. Thankfully, that is no longer the case. He is no longer capable of doing that. The Deep Freeze status now functions like the stun status, where it's less likely to succeed every time it's used against you, and unlike the stun status and like the sleep status, being hit with a move can thaw out a frozen character, so it is no longer anywhere near as bad as it used to be. Let's see here. Alright, we're going to go for Deep Cut here. Gonna have Joel attempt to eat this guy, and we're just going to have Fievel spam Deep Cut alongside Sam here. No! Come on! There we go. Like I said, if you or you get hit when you're frozen. There we go. So as you can see, if Fievel was able to manage it, we would have been able to get... Why is he not able to guard? Why is this Oh! Uh-oh. I think I discovered a bug here. It does cost Fievel stamina to copy his father. Let's just have him take an energy drink real quick. And it looks like if he goes into the negatives, he loses his ability to guard. That's very strange. Anyways, if Joel could actually eat any of these guys... Oh boy. Luckily, we have plenty of food back at the apartment, so it's not a big deal if we take some damage here. Joel should be able to devour these guys before long. Come on. There we go. Poutines has been eaten, and Pom-Pom should be low enough on HP that we're able to devour him this turn. Maybe I should have done a teething there just to guarantee. Oh, come on! I've been having weirdly common problems with that recently, where Joel just keeps missing his bites. I'm not really sure if he has a built-in accuracy penalty. I have been doing some studying on the game's mechanics, and some characters do have varying evasion rates or built-in things like accuracy penalties. Some of it is like Helen has the hockey mask equipped, and she just has a flat 15% accuracy penalty due to that. Let's get the Mercury disc here. I was hoping Aster would have a comment about that one, but sadly, no. And with that, we've accomplished everything we can do in the frozen apartment. Unfortunately, not enough ice salt to get the game from here, but that's okay. Let's heal up a little bit and get on to our next bit of loose ends. While I was having my meal, the food trader showed up, and you know what? For the first time, we're actually going to buy some stuff from a vendor instead of just killing them, because we could use more ingredients to make combo meals. They are so much more effective than just making things by their lonesome. Let's see. We'll take some of this frozen fish here. We'll take all these potatoes. I can combine those with our raw beef to make steak and potatoes. And I guess we'll take some of these tomato cans because they're cheap. Anything else I want to buy from this guy, really? Not particularly, but let's sell some crap to him also while we're thinking of it in order to get more funds. I was hoping that Lyle took the Mazes and Wizards handbook from us so I don't have to worry about accidentally selling it, but unfortunately I do have to keep my eyes peeled for that. Alright, that should be all we need from this guy. Thank you. Let's trade again sometime. Back in the basement with the, the boiler room community, we're going to bust into this room here to grab some supplies. I'm going to want to make some fire bombs in the near future, so any place I know I can find gasoline is very much worth my time to hit up. We'll of course also take out Fangapede over here, since, well, he is in the way. There really isn't much special to say about this guy, he's just kinda there. You probably also noticed that I put Audrey in the party, and we're going to take care of the business with the fungal colony as well. So I'll want Audrey along since there is a piece of equipment we can get from one of the encounters there. There we go. Fangapede is of no problem to us, and we get a spare bit of vinegar while we're at it. Could always use some of that. While we're here, do I need to use the soup? If Audrey had managed to use her espresso shot there, I definitely would have gotten the soup. Actually, make sure to grab the mushrooms here. We also want to be mindful of how much time we're spending. I want to be back at the apartment by 2100 hours to get a very particular door encounter. One I've been waiting for a while, even in my own personal playthroughs, because I just haven't been seeing it. Was very glad when I realized I could finally get it, and I wouldn't have to manipulate it. I probably will in the future, or in future sessions with this game, start manipulating the door encounters so we can get more party members. Specifically, we still need to get Helen, Morton, and Sophie. And if I just make a save before we go to sleep on a given night, I can then just reload that save and advance time until it's the morning again and get a whole new set of door encounters. We've got a little bit of fungal brain here, but that is okay. As long as we can avoid fungal spores in a more particular part here, I'm not too concerned about being hit by that. Anyways, the infected here, nothing too special about them. Not worth burning Joelle's HP preemptively to defeat them, though Teeth Storm is quite effective here. Once again, we were not able to save that guy. Remember that Papano has unique dialogue with pretty much everyone you can find here, so it's pretty fun to bring him along to this location. And we've got another enemy right here who we're just going to take down. Another nice thing about this place is that a lot of the enemies here will drop cloth, and they will drop, I should be able to devour this guy, honestly. Every little bit counts. They drop cloth, and a lot of them drop tonics as well. We've been pretty light on healing items, so having access to healing items, or just getting healing items passively, very, very much appreciated. Alright. Hopefully we can avoid too many instances of poison. Obviously, we're going to save our main man, Felipe, here. Friend, help! And this will be the last thing I'm going over in explicit detail. We will be just cutting to the main points of interest here after this. You free the moth creature from the fungus. Oh my, that was quite the pickle, wasn't it? I was almost one dead bug, huh? Oh, by the way, my name's Felipe. Pleased to meet you. Now, I think we all know how Felipe's story ends here, but, you know, I feel like things have changed. Perhaps we should give Felipe one more chance. Let's team up, Felipe. Okay. Now, we are going to send Aster back to the apartment. I probably should have unequipped him before going into this fight, honestly. But, in order to get Felipe in the party, obviously, we need to send somebody home, and Aster is probably the least useful one. It doesn't really matter what Felipe has, so I'm just gonna optimize him. Alright, that's fine. And, let's have him, reload that rifle so he can actually fight. Alright, now we can just cut around. Once again, I'm doing the Laughing Mold encounter, and I gotta say, on repeat playthroughs, this one honestly gets pretty annoying to go through because his text is so slow, but the elixir is very much worth your time to help this guy with his stand-up routine, so we're gonna go through it again. One downside of having to send Aster away is now I don't know if he has a comment on the Neptune disc, and that makes me a little sad. It's my own fault, though. Something that I might not potentially be able to show off, but is worth commenting on because I'm saving her here anyway, is that Claire now has actually a proper mushroomized sprite when you attempt to leave the Fungus Lair, but I'm going to try and do an alternative scene that you can get if you manage to get to the Spore Queen with Felipe in a very certain condition. Heading into the Spore Mother's lair, there is something new to remark on here regarding not necessarily the Spore Mother herself, but one of her guardians. I'm trying to avoid those spores there, so if I get hit with one, we just have to leave the lair and then hope it wears off, or wait for it to wear off, because it eventually will go away. There we go. I know the psychedelia is pretty fun, Sam, but we need to be a bit more clear-headed going through here. It is pretty tough to evade these things, but still manageable. Anyway. The villain! Look at this terrible monster! The dragon! He's so scary! We can defeat him together. We can do it! The Spore Guardian has received a bit of a rework in Curse Mode, as you probably immediately noticed. Not only does he have some allies who are going to fall immediately to Teeth Storm, but he also has a Spore Magnum now. Pretty impressive stuff going for him. Fortunately, he's not really going to outlast our barrage of force here. Particularly Audrey's Espresso Shot is going to deal wonderful damage to him. Felipe is poisoned, but that is okay. It's honestly not a big deal. Probably not even going to bother to heal him once we get out of this fight, for reasons you probably already can guess. Anyway, do I want to set this guy up for a Devour? He might be a little too damaging to us for that to be a good idea, so we'll just go with conventional force against him. Go for the aimed shots here. Always go for aimed shots. I probably could have gotten the Devour there. Oh well, here's to the could-have-beens. Defeating him, you get a spear, guaranteed, and you can also get a shroom cap shield, which is pretty nice. Audrey's now level 9, and Felipe is level 5, for as much as that's worth. We won! Hurrah! We can go and rescue the princess now! Audrey looks through the corpse, and she has found fungus fibers. And right away, no, oh boy. Part of the problem is that when you get hit with enough of the spores, you start to lose control of Sam temporarily, and he tries to go to the Spore Mother on his own, so it is pretty difficult to get to her without getting too fungally infested, but we should be able to manage it. There we go, we're clear now. Wait for the colors to stabilize. You can still have a bit of a fungal problem if the colors are still messed up like that. Alright, now looks like we got a clear shot here. We're here to rescue you, princess. We love you. The dragon is dead. Oh, she's so scared. She doesn't know what to say. Come on, let's give her a big hug. Yes, maybe I can get a kiss from the princess. Ho, 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 ho. What are you talking about, Felipe? This giant mushroom thing? Oh, you see her real form. How did you... You didn't breathe any spores? How? We are so deep in the lair. Well, this is embarrassing. I guess there's no use in keeping up this charade. You're too deep now in our lair to get out anyway. You're as good as dead. Alright, so business as usual here. We are going to set up our DOT effects. I'm going to have Joel use Gum Up the Works to start this turn, just to make sure that he has something to do. It is kind of annoying that he does not have a guard option. Ooh, that's unfortunate. Here is a pretty interesting option that Felipe has, is Pain, which is a shadow-type attack that does third of your HP in damage. Be honest, did you buy it at all? Did I push it too far? I need criticism if I want to improve. The fungus got into your brain? Oh, that's great. I thought you had caught on. No, you idiot! There was never a Felipe! Don't worry, Felipe. I'll save you! What? No, you imbecile! I don't even have a name! I'm a mushroom! This is all an act! Felipe was never real! Don't worry, Phil. I don't believe his lies. Wow, I really got into your head, huh? You're my only friend, Felipe. I'll find a way. What? This is a bit sad. And yes, Felipe has new portrait sprites, which are honestly really funny. I like them a lot. Anyways, getting charmed at the start there is pretty unfortunate, but we should still be able to persevere. Charm, like a lot of other mental ailments, can be cleared by being attacked. Fortunately, after her initial barrage of spores, the Spore Mother often doesn't really end up doing too much. She just kind of gets the vapors, honestly. It's really, really unfortunate, though, that we weren't able to get Audrey to hit her with the espresso shot. Having the burn to deal DOT damage would really expedite this fight a lot. As you can see, though, she's getting pretty low. Goodness gracious, like, the charm is still persisting. I'm actually going to have Joel just use a tonic on himself to make sure he doesn't get taken out. Tonics are super effective on Joel because he has so much HP now. There goes Sam, so I guess, in a matter of speaking, the charm status has been cleared. We aren't going to be able to set up any more pain status on her. Audrey, can you please regain your senses here? I don't have any more DOT effects on her. Ah, goodness. I want to go for the Devour, but we don't have any form of DOT to use against her. Alright, there we go, finally. Now, let's see, let's go for teething. Let's go for the espresso shot here. And this... Oh, never mind, that was a little too spicy for her. There we go. The Spore Mother has been defeated. You collect what remains of your friend Felipe. Disgusting rotten lump. Tears roll down your cheeks. You'll find a way. It's so unfair. You must bring him back. You receive Felipe's remains. That is a little bit of an addition to the dialogue that we got previously when we recovered Felipe's remains. Now, there is in fact something we can do with them. Also, I'm going to spend some time gathering all the mushrooms here and... Looks like... Hey, there's a path over there. Feels a little unwelcoming, though. I don't want to go there just yet. So, let me grab all these mushrooms and let's get back to the apartment real quick. While we're in the vicinity of the basement, I'm gonna visit Stuart real quick, not to buy any new parts for Audrey, oops, not, no, we actually want to trade, but I believe he's selling some gasoline, yes, so I want to be able to make 3 fire bombs for something coming up, and that should give me just enough. We'll also, of course, buy some more cloth from him, because we always need cloth. Cloth is so useful, you can make bandages with it, you can make fire bombs, you can make Molotovs, just one of the best crafting materials in the game. Oh, right, and while I'm thinking of it, grab the shotgun real quick. I honestly don't use this too often, but hey, it's there, and it gives us some shotgun shells, so, you know, may as well. Back at the apartment now, and a big experience boost for everybody. Sam is now level 17, and we place Felipe's withered remains in a dry corner of your home. Maybe you can nurse him back to health. Yes, Felipe's remains will be right here. He seems lifeless, but maybe if you give it a little bit of time, one can only hope, one can only hope. I'm gonna quickly add Aster to the party, but that's just so I can remove his equipment. Also, unlike the earlier versions of the game, Felipe does not keep actually, do I want to remove his equipment? Actually, I don't think he was using anything that overlapped with Fievel. Never mind, we were going to have him stay behind real quick. And we're going to take Fievel. Now that we've cleaned up the Fungal Lair, we're going to clean up the Taxidermy dungeon. We've got a good amount of supplies and resources to take care of that now. I will need to keep a watch on my watch, to make sure we don't advance time too much, because I do want to be at the apartment by 2100 hours. Oh, are we going to be able to get the Mad Pie here? Did I not need to do that demonstration at the start? Let's share our food here, and see if we get the Mad Pie, because that actually would be pretty helpful. Joel stands on his tiptoes beneath the kitchen cupboards. He reaches for a cup on the top shelf, but can't quite get it. Excuse me, Mr. Trenchcoat Guy, can you help me reach a cup? Hello there, Tooth Boy. Of course I will help. The Roachman extends a hand to the cupboard. He, too, cannot quite reach it. He pauses for a moment before reaching again. A rope of cockroaches extends from his sleeve. The rope grows as more and more cockroaches add themselves to it until they finally reach the cup and pull it down. There you go, Tooth Boy! Thank you very much. I love a lot of Roach's new interactions. Anyways, is this Mad Pie? It is Mad Pie. I wasted my time there. Let's move on. Alright, once we're done with the pizza being aggressive, it's time for Taxidermy Dungeon Round 3. Hello, wired guy, taxidermy guy, suture, I forget what his name is. But one thing to note about a lot of the enemies here is that they now have mannequins alongside them. Not that these things are particularly threatening, but, you know, they're there. They are things that could potentially do damage to you if you gave them the opportunity, but we're past the point where I'm really giving anything the opportunity to attack me at all, so we don't really need to concern ourselves with that too much. Another nice thing about coming through here is that we get more healing items at our disposal. With the Fungus Lair completed, as well as what I'm getting from here, we should have enough restoratives to take on some tougher sections of the game coming up. We'll also want to grab this right here, loot the fridge real quick, and then we'll finish off this guy. He has 2 mannequins at his disposal, so you know he's important. Let's have Audrey go for an... Actually, no. We should save our espresso shots because, remember, Audrey gets half healing from any restorative we use on her, so we don't want to be just using espresso shots willy-nilly, or she will quickly run out. That 16 stamina cost is brutal to foot every single time. Anyway, time to put in our shrunken head here. And I think Audrey has her... I feel like I'm going to hurl, yeah. Audrey is not a fan of that way of getting into a dungeon. Let's keep an eye on our watch here, 1826. Again, I want to make sure we get to the apartment at just before 2100 hours. Let's go a jump attack on this guy. We will do another Teeth Storm. This time I will use an espresso shot. There are some new enemies in the Taxidermy dungeon, so you want to be very, very careful here. They are... pretty dangerous and hazardous to our health. I might even neglect or just bypass waiting for the Crimson Ring healing on Joelle, because we can't really afford to sandbag that much. I'm going to be giving all of the HP boosting patchwork equipment to Joelle, for obvious reasons. It gets him more HP. That will also allow us to pass around the equipment that he's been using a little bit more, or rather, equip the rest of our party members a bit better when we bring them back in. I'll use some of my bandages there. Now we have cracked 600 HP. That should make Teeth Storm all the more effective here. This guy, I think we can actually get away with by just using brute force against him. Let's see. What attack items do I have here? Yeah, we do have to go a little aggressive here to make sure we take this guy out without taking too much damage. Unfortunately, Fievel just has such low stamina. He also comes into pretty big problems with having consistent output for his damage. This rogue taxidermy, though, should not be too much of an issue. There we go. There are a handful of these taxidermies that I want to take as seriously as possible. As a matter of fact, I don't really need cleave, so let's use that pizza cutter we just got. Should allow Sam to deal some pretty good damage with jumping attacks, even if it doesn't have any other skills at its disposal. You probably saw that that taxidermy down there in the corner. That is another big thing we need to be worried about. Let me see. I don't need to worry about doing any particularly big damage with Audrey there, so we can just go for the Teeth Storm, do a jump attack, and yeah, with the power of the pizza cutter, jump attack is pretty strong. I mean, that was like, what, 100 damage from Sam there? A single Teeth Storm should be enough, and yeah, set him up for another jump attack takedown. So we got pretty fortunate by getting the mad pizza there. Going to wait a little bit before taking this guy on. Oh god. Yeah, once again, Audrey, not a fan of this place, and I can't really blame her. This is pretty grody. The implications are kind of horrifying. There's another new taxidermy over here. Oh, I gotta be keeping an eye on my watch. 1956. We might be able to go into one more room before too much time has passed. Oh, right, I should fight this guy, right? Well, I drew attention to him, then I just blew right past him. Silly me, silly me. Nah, we shouldn't need a espresso shot for this guy. Let's just go for a deep cut on him. Oof. Yeah, some of these guys just have nasty attacks. That if everybody got inflicted with bleed there, that was some brutal damage to have to face down. We should be able to take him out with some conventional offense on the follow-up turn. Ooh, man, this guy's got... Ooh, yeah, this guy's got quite the offensive presence here. All right, let's hopefully finish him off with... No! Ooh, that's unfortunate. Luckily, Joelle has the HP to tank for us for quite a while. Come on, Fievel, take him out. Nope. Oh, dear. We're going to have to go for a Teeth Storm here. That was unfortunate. Yeah, a lot of the new enemies in here are very, very dangerous. Damn, how much HP does this guy have? I didn't realize he was that durable. Oof, brutal. Alright, let's get the first aid kit on Sam there. Use those bandages on Audrey to make sure she's okay. A few bandages on Joelle to make sure he has HP to do something in the upcoming battles we get into. Let me see here. Let's give the chalky bars to Fievel. And, yeah, we're just gonna have to, return to the apartment real quick. I don't want to risk passing too much more time. Now, I believe entering this area in general is enough to make the wire suture guy... I've completely blanked on his name. Yes, he is hostile now, but you can get out of the apartment without fighting him. We'll save the encounter for later. For right now, I'm going to be passing some... Hey! Felipe! Felipe is alive! His body seems to be growing back, but he will require rest if he is ever to return to his former self. But Felipe is alive! Also, I've been meaning to mention this, the danger track is a little bugged sometimes, and it causes Sybil to let you save when she probably isn't supposed to be able to do that. Just a funny thing that happens sometimes, and a useful thing. Anyway... Listen here, Mon Madi. I know full well the corruption and sickness that you bring this house. You can't fool me. I know your secret. Hello, big blue man! Don't play buddy-buddy with me. You're a roach man, a sick, twisted bringer of filth and decay. I believe you are mistaken. I am a man-man! One of these days, the big fumigation is gonna come and clean up this city. We'll see where you scuttle off to then. Okay, big blue man! I don't think roaches really understood the underlying threat there. Actually, I hear that roaches are pretty obsessed with their own self-cleanliness, but I'm not an expert on that, so don't quote me on that. A bit of an unfortunate thing for me. This this door event actually happened at 2200 hours, so unfortunately we are not able to leave the apartment after completing it, but the reason I really wanted this one is because it's Morton, and I haven't seen uncorrupted Morton in forever. This is my first time seeing him in, like 6 playthroughs. I keep getting the cursed encounter with him. Anyways, we're going to give him all of our junk, and I really want Morton for a specific thing we can do later. We'll definitely want to take him along in an area where we can get him a lot of experience so he can be helpful. You sure know where to find the good stuff, huh? Maybe we should work together, eh? Sure, come on in. Oh, yes. Now tell me, where do you find all the good stuff? And with that, we've got Morton. How delightful. But unfortunately, it is too late for us to leave the apartment now, so I do have to rest and burn a few hours. Shame. After a moment of lying down, you feel a weight on your chest, like someone was sitting on it. High spine. There's no response, but weight on your chest shifts slightly, like she turns her head. Some leftovers have rotted away. Although you wouldn't call yourself a model citizen, you'd never stolen anything before. That's changed. You walk into people's homes and take things from their shelves. You take supplies, valuables, medicine from their cabinets. You even take valueless keepsakes. You look at yourself in the mirror and see a thief. What happened? Ugh. The outside happened. The outside happened. Everything has changed, and that requires you to change. If you want to survive in this new world, you need to take from others. How do you feel about that? It's regrettable, but it's necessary. That's the way the world is now. You have to take from others to survive. You might wish it was another way, but it's not. And that makes you a thief. What is this? Why are you doing this? Stop it! Shake your head and snap back to reality. That is another mirror thought section that Sam can get. We've already seen the one where he contemplates about the situation with Joelle's family. I'm wondering if that one's not popping up, because we haven't really killed any of his family members. Alrighty, I took care of the daily rigmarole and then scoped out our door encounters, and we've got 2 good ones coming up at 9 a.m. and 1800 hours, so we'll want to be in the apartment for those when they come up. For right now, no. A king has a greater investment in the long-term welfare of his subjects. Kings are unaccountable, and a bad king cannot be removed without the use of force. I will use force against you, you arch goober. I am not prepared to die for democracy, but I am prepared to kill for it. Whoa, whoa, whoa! No fighting, guys. Sorry, we will refrain from spilling blood on your valuable and desirable shag carpet, but the situation has become untenable. Our conflict is fundamentally about whether monarchy or democracy is more desirable for the Roach New World Order. Why not communism? I have not read that far yet. You cannot read! Irrelevant! Okay, no more fighting. I am sorry, human guy. We will stop fighting in the house. Yes, we shall not fight in the house, but we shall fight in the walls. We shall fight in the garbage. We shall fight in pizza boxes. We shall fight in... Now, you've probably noticed we've now got 2 trenchcoat roaches, and this does actually have a gameplay effect on roaches as a party member. Roaches has half the stats they did previously, but they can take 2 actions per turn. Now, if you resolve this quest line, you can revert them back to a single unit with their full stats but 1 action, or you can resolve it in a way that makes this a permanent change. It really depends on your preference. I'm probably not going to be using roaches in this playthrough at all, so we're probably just going to revert them into a single form, because we get some interesting rewards for doing that. Anyways, you probably noticed Felipe. What? My queen? Where am I? What is... Oh, you won, huh? Yeah, we both won! Both? What? Is she dead? Yeah, princess, you're safe now, Felipe. But why am I alive? You rescued me? Why? We're friends, silly! You genuinely still believe I'm real, huh? Incredible. The spores should have cleared out of your system by now. I thought you would have snapped out of it. I thought there was no way you were actually this stupid. I love you, Felipe. I feel bad for you. You're so incredibly naive. I am not Felipe. Felipe isn't real. He was never real. I made him up. I came up with the name on the spot when we first talked. It was between Felipe and Roger. Oh, you're so smart, Felipe. Are you even listening to a word I'm saying? I improvised the whole thing on the spot to trick you. It's so frustrating that you haven't come to your senses yet. You brought me back home. You brought me here. You're so stupid. It's almost cute how trusting you are. I thought it was the spores talking before, but now I realize it's just you. You got me real good, you scamp. You are in danger, you dense motherfucker! I'll eat you! It's my purpose! The moment you finally realize what's happening, you'll... Oh! Hey! Thank you so much for rescuing me! I'm back! It's me, Felipe again! Please don't kill me, please don't kill me, please don't kill me! Felipe! Yes! You're back! I was never gone! I was always there, rooting for you. My words just never got through. I'm so sorry for being a meanie. That was the ugly, no-good, stinky fungus parasite in my brain. Exactly like you said. Is he actually buying this? You were completely right. You're so smart. Don't listen to the mean mushroom guy. Mushrooms are famous liars. I'm just happy you're back. Wow, how lonely can a guy be? Goddamn. I think I just need a little time and maybe some food. I'll be back to full bug strength. I can feel my bug powers returning already. Even some tax and accounting skills are coming back. You'll be bugging and accounting with the best of them, champ. Maybe a quick death would have been more merciful than this. The mean mushroom might come back from time to time. Just ignore him, okay? There's no way I can keep this up forever. Oh, don't worry. I barely registered. Nah, you know what? We'll get rid of him together. Yeah! We can do it! Felipe, it is just glorious to have you back, and as yourself. Anyways, he needs some nursing to get back to full health, so what we'll do is we will make another meal of steak and potatoes, but with Felipe recovered, there is a new option available to us when you cook a meal. We are now a self-taught cook, and we can feed our meal to Felipe. This will allow him to recover a ton of his strength, and he should be back on his feet in no time. Anyways, with that taken care of, like I said, we're going to want to be back in the apartment by 9 a.m., so we will want to, Whoa! What the hell? That is the noise that Sharon makes when they leave on their normally scheduled time. Now, obviously, Sharon has already left, but if you made it to this point in a playthrough and you haven't spoken to them, they'll just be gone and the area is permanently sealed off, denying you the cursed offering that you could get from where Sharon previously occupied. If you had managed to open up that door into the basement area, you could get back into it at this point. You didn't have to fight the Moaning Shade if you didn't want to. You feel an urge to run away. Hello again, my scaredy friend. I think maybe I could help you a bit. So, are you ready? Yes! Today we'll talk about clowns, my favorite topic. You talk about clowns for an hour. Mostly Pierre is talking. You whimper, and occasionally scream. How are you feeling? Maybe you've had enough for a day. I think you're getting used to the subject matter a little. How encouraging. Tomorrow we'll try something a little more scary still. We'll take a big step. Oh dear. Sam is not looking forward to that. Anyway, let's get out of there. Let's see how Charlie is doing. Probably not very well. Oh, goodness. These things are getting tall. Charlie? What's happening to you? Hive. It's me. It's all me. Anything I can do? I don't need your help. Not anymore. Did you look outside? I didn't, but bugs, my arms, they're everywhere. There's no stopping this. So many of them have spilled out of the windows. I can't see, but I can touch. I'm feeling the outside world with hundreds of little fingers. A bug got in through the window, bit me. It changed me. Charlie seems to be losing his sense of self, honestly, which, I mean, yeah, there's quite a bit more to his self at this point, I suppose. Anyways, let's get back to the taxidermy dungeon. We've got taxidermized abominations to kill and equipment to collect, like this guy over here. This guy is brutal, the abomination. Look at that. He just hit Sam with so many ailments on his opening strike. This guy is awful to fight. Do not mess around with this guy. Hit him with the strongest things you have and try to take him out as quickly as possible. We're probably going to take quite a bit of damage from fighting this guy. Hopefully, we can beat him in relatively short order. Fortunately, he is weak to espresso shot, but yes, he will gradually just put every single kind of ailment on your entire party here. It is awful. We are going to take so much damage from this, but we should be able to beat him. Oh, there goes Fievel. Come on. Can we finish this guy off? Just gotta do another Teeth Storm, maybe? Yes, oof, God, that is brutal. Definitely the most dangerous enemy in here. Honestly, probably more dangerous than the boss of this area. He's just a brutal thing to get hit with, so be very careful when taking that guy on. Luckily, we've got a bunch of healing items we can use to catch ourselves back up. Now, with that taken care of, can we get into the kitchen? Yes, we can. We've still got more abominations to take care of. I should probably use a little bit of healing on Joelle, but I think instead what I'll do is I'm just going to walk around. Let me see. What's the time here? Oh, I might be too late. We'll go... if I'm too late, I can just go back and rewind time a little bit. I'll have to see. Let me check this out real quick. Unfortunately, I did pass too much time, so I had to redo my approach. I just played Mad Wheels to advance time because Sophie's mother shows up. So we are just going to open the door for her. This is indeed the real mother. This will allow us to get into Harriet's apartment, so we're just going to run through the dialogue. We've all seen this before, so with that taken care of, Sophie, I believe, once you see that, she does move up the encounter priority queue. Unfortunately, having to do that means I have to talk to Pierre again, and I have to refight the abomination. Unfortunate. The fight actually went slightly better for me the second time, so we are actually in much better standing than I was previously. Didn't get enough HP back for Joelle to do good damage in this fight, but that is okay. Fievel, if you just had a bit more stamina, hopefully we can find a way to correct that problem, but for right now, it's just something we're going to have to bear with for it on him. So we've got the needle glove over here, and I have experimented with equipping this on Audrey to see if I can give a bit more utility to her normal attack, but she seems to just never actually get bleed procs off of her normal attack when you equip it. I'm not sure if it's just... Ooh, nice, got the Devour there. I'm not sure if it's just like a byproduct of her attack being a crush type attack and there's some confusion in the game there, but the needle gloves have just never worked when I've equipped them on Audrey, which is a bit unfortunate because her normal attack is just so useless most of the time. It does very little damage, even if you equip something on her that boosts it up. Finally, we've got the patchwork jacket over here, and we've got Joelle's final equipment set for the remainder of the game. The patchwork equipment, the training belt, and the crimson ring. If we can get any more Devours along the way to increase his power even further, that would be pretty nice, but it's not something I'm banking on as happening. We can persevere with just what he has now. It is more than enough to deal with most things we're going to be coming across. Ooh, hey, the Screaming Pie can actually poison you. I didn't know that. You learn something new every single day. But yeah, over 700 HP on Joelle now. Very good. Let's just finish this guy off here, and then it's time to get into the main boss of the area, who, like I said, he's probably easier than the Abomination, especially considering the items that I have at my disposal now. Alright, guy, you've been wandering around too much. Let's just make sure that Joel is at full health here for this coming battle, and it's time to get into it. We've got, what is it, Taxidermy? I think it's like Suture Wire is his name. I need to remind myself of that. So, I actually do not want to immediately just get into, the Teeth Storms yet. We want to go into the next phase of the battle. Ooh, the combat knife is damaged. That's actually pretty unfortunate. So we will set him up with the DOTs. Metal wires spill out from the monster, spooling in clumps and curling around like a long, shiny worm. We should be able to defeat him relatively quickly here. Now that I've got Gum Up the Works set, I will actually do a Teeth Storm there to get this this fight moved along a little bit faster. I'm going to have Fievel just wait with a tonic to heal up. Oh, damn, he's faster than Joel. I didn't realize that. The wire is pulled taut. Seems to connect the monster to every other taxidermy sculpture in the room. And with another espresso shot. Oh, he goes for his needle stabs here. This one is brutal. Look at all the hits that it does. Fortunately, it's vulnerable to the accuracy penalty of painful stab. Now, you remember how this goes here. The taxidermy pulls together. And on Cursed mode, we've got 5 sculptures pulled into the taxidermy. We definitely want to go with the firebomb strategy here. Teeth Storm to hit all of these things, and yeah, just everybody go firebombs. This should take him out for us. By the way, this song just kicks so much ass. This is such a great boss theme. I love this one. These guys are pretty fast, honestly. Nice! Critical Teeth Storms, of course, make things a lot more consistent for us as well. Funnily enough, the Moose Head, which is the main one, is the only one that did not get hit critically there. Okay. Pretty good, though. Pretty good. This is about as well as the fight can go. Thank you, my team. Suturing Kit, Great Needle. Surprised that Fievel didn't get a level up there. He is at level 11. We're getting there with him. We're getting there with him. He should level up when we next return to the apartment, and I can actually bench him at that point, because he gets a bit of an upgrade when he gets to that point, but it's not necessarily a very useful thing. Anyways, grab all that stuff there. And with that taken care of, let's move on to another bit of cleanup real quick. I think we're more than ready to take on the Hellcar at this point, and I really, really want the flamethrower, so we are just going to be grabbing these real quick, and as soon as you grab them, this guy comes out to play. You know, I actually made a slight mistake here. I was supposed to buy some grenades from Eugene, but that honestly shouldn't matter too much. Let's just go for that. Let's have another Gum Up the Works set. Let's go for an espresso shot here. And what items do I have at my disposal? I do have a spare firebomb that I can use, and I do have a spare grenade, so it wasn't super necessary that I got what I needed from Eugene. So we are just going to go all out with our strongest non-Teeth Storm attack options. Obviously, we want to have Teeth Storm at our disposal for when we get into the next... Oh, right. He's immune to fire. That's unfortunate. Let's see here. We won't go for no. Let's just go for a normal attack there. Can shot should still work, though. And let's see. We'll go for a dinner plate to try and stun him. I do really like how the music is just quietly thrumming in the background. Okay, come on. Should get into the next phase here. I think that's enough damage now. Come on, Hellrite, devour us. Oh man, this is taking surprisingly a long time. Oh, I think can I not painful stab things with the pizza cutter, or was I misreading that? No, I don't know, actually. I need to pay attention to that as we go into this next turn. Dozens of passengers, and we are in the Hellride. Hold up, my guys. No, the combat knife broke. That's unfortunate. Let's see here. Okay, yeah, I can still get stab. I was just misreading that. Anyways, time to spam Teeth Storm with Joel here. We will have Audrey use Espresso Shot here, and we will have Fievel. I don't know what we'll have Fievel do. I guess we'll just throw a grenade preemptively. There we go. And yes, that was enough to take out that phase. Hit this one with a grenade here. Joel seems to have gained a little bit of agility over Fievel at this point. Bit of a shame that we lost our combat knife there. Okay, next up, I'm actually going to have Sam use a tonic on Joel preemptively. Just have him Teeth Storm our way through this phase. There we go. And we are on to the final phase of the Hell Ride. Hell is approaching. We should be able to get out of here, no problem, though. Use a can shot, and I think he is also immune to fire, so we won't bother with that. Let's go with the Monty Special that we have. Why not? And Teeth Storm. Get the can shot there. There we go. Hellride has been defeated. Not as scary as you might think, and we get a ton of tonics for our efforts. Body slam learned with Audrey. Look through the wreckage of the Hellride. And we get the demon plating. Once again, just need to keep an eye on my watch here. Okay, we haven't really advanced any time at all, but I do want to be mindful of that. A very, very important encounter coming at 1800 hours that I want to make sure that I'm there for. Let's get the Hell Sword, which I honestly don't care about. I feel like the HP and stamina penalties this sword gives you don't really make it worth it, but, huh. There's an eye in the fleshy wall. The eye's iris looks hollow. Nothing we can do with that right now, but keep that in mind for later. Very, very important to know about that when you have a certain item. With that taken care of, we can move on to the elevator. So let's do a little bit of healing here. What do I even have to heal with? We got all those tonics, so probably a good idea to use some of those up. Actually, Audrey should be fine, but I will give her an energy drink so that she's able to use a few espresso shots. And let me remember that we need to equip Fievel with another blade here. Let me see. We've got a spare combat knife for him, so it's not the end of the world that happened to us. Going to leave this guy alive. Don't feel like dealing with him right now. He is a waste of my time. Suppose I can search all the trash cans here while I'm at it. Let me see. Just want to make sure we're not advancing time too much. Counterintuitively, it would be a lot faster. We're just going to leave that guy hanging there. Once again. Counterintuitively, it would be a lot faster to just walk back instead of using the elevator when it comes to making sure I don't waste too much time. Speaking of the elevator... it's time. This guy has gotten so brutal as the game has updated. Let's give Joelle the last of our bandages here to make sure Teeth Storm is doing as much damage as possible. And actually, I need a blade that deals, or is capable of dealing cutting damage here. We can't wait for Painful Stab in this fight. I played the elevator game. It was all true. Now look at me. I want to go back to the 4th floor. Hey, are you coming with me? The elevator's starting to move upwards. We are just going to go all out on this guy. Deep cut, teeth storm, espresso shot, every turn, and just make sure we are slamming him with as many DOTs as possible. That is very unfortunate, but we should still be able to win this before the elevator comes crashing down. Okay, get another deep cut going, another teeth storm, another espresso shot. Yeah, I did not realize a Fievel would be that heavily damaged by that. That was disastrous. And going down, 4th floor, here we come. The brake mechanism unclasped. The elevator's in freefall. We're almost there. Okay, time to see if we can beat this guy before we crash down. Come on. Yes, got him! And if you beat him while the elevator is in freefall, you avoid the crashing, so you don't have to worry about that. We did it. The elevator freak has been beaten. With that taken care of, let's take advantage of the fact that we have the elevator now and return to our apartment real quick. And with the elevator freak beaten, we have returned to the apartment. Hey, Felipe. Oh, hi. I'm recovering well. Yeah, you're looking pretty good, my guy. Hey. Are the lights flickering there? Anyway, now that we're here, we want to burn some time to make sure we get the event that I have been really trying hard to make sure I'm here on time for, and I've accomplished all the things that I really care about that would want me to not burn too much time in this day. Let's share the food with the people, and let's take, hi, Mr. Roaches, is that your name? You wouldn't happen to know what kind of food is Sam's favorite?
Yes, he likes cardboard!
What? Cardboard? You sure about that?
Yes, and he also likes raw sewage, and anything he finds on the ground.
Oh, I see. You're not actually that close to Sam, are you?
I'm his best friend!
Oh, Roaches, you are so delightful. With Fievel at level 12 now, though, we can finally clear out his equipment, and we're going to take Aster along with us. Actually, we're also going to bench Audrey for a little bit, because I've gotten all the gear that I care to get with her for now. Let me see your war face. Fievel snarls at Monty. Its tiny squeaks are more cute than menacing.
No, come on, make it scarier. Show some teeth, like this. Rrrr!
The rat baby growls again. It yips aggressively at the end, though it sounds more like the giggle of a baby.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, Monty. Anyways, like I was saying, we will also have Audrey stay behind, so let's get Lyle back in the party. And no, not the roach. I don't want to interact with the roach. Let it go. And let's get Lyle back in the party. So, yeah, join the party, Lyle. And let's get Aster back in the party. Okay, And now we can just burn some time until 1800 hours rolls around, so let's do that. And there I finished Mad Wheels, getting a Nitro Boost in the process, the last skill I really cared to get for a while at this stage of the game. And at the eye hole, hey, you're the one I've been looking for. Helen has arrived. Now, the reason I really wanted Helen to show up is because she has her own character quest, and honestly, we've probably done all the work we need to actually accomplish it. Unlike Dan's character quest, we don't need Helen to be at a particular level in order for her to advance her quest. We just need to have been taking care of our plant. Oh, hey, hold on. Oh, hey, yeah, I'm up and about now. You did it! You rescued your friend Felipe! So, can I crash here for a while? I've never been I haven't been on my own in a long time. I used to be, surrounded by friends. It's hard out there for a little moth. I'm dying. Leave me I'm not feeling so good right now, Mr. Sam. Okay. Well, I was gonna bring Lyle along, but now we have Felipe. Did I leave anything equipped on Lyle? No, I did not. I think no, I didn't strip Aster. Okay. So, let's, manage the party, and let's, have Lyle stay behind, and we're gonna take Felipe along. Okay, so let's manage the party, join the party. Yes, it'll be great to stretch my, moth wings. There we go. So we've got Felipe. As you can see, he's in a bit of a rough way, but that's okay. We've got tonics and leftovers to feed him, so here you go, Felipe. Scarp him down, you little champ, and give him a tonic while we're at it. There we go. Good as new, honestly. Let's optimize him real quick, and then I can switch around his equipment to stuff that I prefer. We don't want the dragon equipment. Instead, we will give him this mycelium cloak here, and, the game loves giving the hell sword. Let's give him... Actually, no, let's give him the war... Actually... Nah, let's go with the... Oh, man. Indecision here. Well, I'm gonna go with the combat knife here. I'm actually going to give the flamethrower over here to Aster, and we have a very particular thing we need to do with the flamethrower coming up, so that's why I want him to have that. The stupid Hellsword lowered his stats again. Real quick, I'm just going to make a meal, and now we can get on to the last thing I want to check out in this file here. While I was making food, the food trader showed up again. Traders are much more likely to show up than character encounters, so you can pretty often run into these guys. Anyways, may as well buy up some of his ingredients. Actually, he's got a cleaver there, so I'll also take that. Helen, I want the couch tonight. I bet. You don't even sleep. Give me the couch. No. Fine. If you want to fight, then let's fight. Helen stands up. The top of her head is just a few inches short of the ceiling. She pulls out her knife and holds it in front of her. Ooh-wee, ladies! Lay shrinks and steps back a few paces. Finally, she relents, huffing as she flops onto a chair. Fine. Okay, but I'm getting the couch tomorrow. So, the elevator thing mentioned the elevator game, and that's not just a random bit of nonsense, that is actually something we can do. We want to go to a very specific sequence of floors, starting with the ground floor, then going to the third floor, and then after the third floor, you go back in, and you send yourself to the first floor, and the final floor we want to go to is the second floor. Once we reach the second floor, and then go back into the elevator one more time. Hey, was there water under that door? Weird. Hey! A fourth floor appears. That guy just wasn't talking nonsense there. There is a fourth floor. Where the heck did the elevator just take us? Huh. Yes, the secret fourth floor. Now, there is actually another more overt hint about the elevator game, and we'll go over how you can get that hint later on. It's undesirable to get it right now, though. Inside of this weird dimension that we found ourselves in, we've got what is this? Blood legs here. Felipe comes in with some new skills now that he's rested and back to full health. Spore Cloud is kind of his central skill. Felipe has a unique DOT effect called Spore Poison, and Spore Poison is critical for most of his other skills to function, though he has some that do things independent of Spore Poison, and also, that was horrible luck that Sam missed there. As you can see, this guy regenerates. Honestly, I probably should just Teeth Storm him down, but whatever. We'll just beat him down bit by bit. If you happen to run into the gamer, it is actually pretty worth your while to learn Octo Strike for Sam on Cursed Mode. Having an effective weapon and hitting things with their weakness does generate quite a lot of extra damage. There we go. Actually managed to get the Devour there. I think I'm just going to Teeth Storm the next thing we come in across, which is we've got Blood Body over here. Not really sure what the point of these guys are, because they are not in line with the theming for the rest of this area. We'll see that in a second. With that taken care of, let's make our way over here. Whoa. We seem to have ended up in some kind of metro station. Weird. Over here, we've got a lantern. Hey, that's kind of like that thing we saw in the area with Sharon. I think I know what kind of place we've ended up in. Anyway, just use a Teeth Storm to quickly get this guy beaten down. A carve from Felipe, more than enough to finish him off. What weapon do I have? Oh god, I'm having terrible luck with that. I have a cracked cleaver on Sam. I'll keep that on him for right now. Actually, I'm going to use one of my bits of duct tape in order to repair that, because I do not want to lose another combat knife. Such a good weapon, and it would be a tragedy to see it be broken completely. But yeah, we are in the 4th floor metro station, a new area that was added in the 2.0 update, possibly the 2.01 update. No, it was the 2.0 update, but you have to play the elevator game to get to it. There we go. I was trying to search that trash can there and it wasn't reacting. There are numerous trash cans in here. Yes, this is what we were looking for. The metro ticket ends up randomly placed in one of the trash cans strewed about the metro. Speaking of things strewed about the metro, we've got Dark Glow over here. We should be able to beat this guy, no problem though. Have to reserve my flamethrower fuel, because we are going to be using it for something very specific in the near future. You can probably guess, Felipe learned a very good skill there. Let's take a look at that. Mycelium. This is a pretty interesting one. This applies the Mycelium buff to everybody in the party except Felipe. It grants life regeneration and stamina regeneration. I believe it's 5% per turn. It's a pretty interesting skill, and any battle that's going to go on for longer than 3 turns, especially if you're using Joelle with the Crimson Ring like I am, it is probably worth it to throw up Mycelium, in addition to gum up the works. Just get all that passive HP regen going for Joelle, so we can spam Teeth Storm until the cows come home. Anyways, with the metro ticket, we can get through one of these turnstiles here. There we go. And find ourselves on a subway platform. It's getting late, but hey, we just got here, so why don't we take a look around? Think there isn't too much in the way of going forward here, so little bit risky, but perhaps we should hop onto the tracks real quick. Making our way down onto the train tracks. Be careful of the 3rd rail in the center. You will find a pretty shocking development if you step onto it. And into here. Hey! There's an old tape here. The label says wedding. Now let's take that. Huh, a wedding tape. You can find that in our key items. And it's alongside the old photograph and the wrapped painting. Yes, this is our 3rd cursed offering, the wedding tape. It'll be a little bit before we can make use of it, so don't worry too much about it right now. But yes, you must play the elevator game to get one of the cursed offerings. With that grabbed, let's move on over this way, because there is something else on the other side of the tracks. And remember how I said do not step on the 3rd rail? Well, what we're going to do here is we are just going to ignore that advice entirely, and we are going to let ourselves get flash fried here, and then I'm going to have Joelle unequip his Crimson Ring real quick, and that is going to put him at 1 HP. Now, why am I putting myself in such a precarious situation? Well, over here, Marc-Andre, I'm so sad. She left me. Just let me kill you. It'll cheer me up. Okay. Joelle, go Teeth, I guess? There we go, he wins. Sam's party was defeated. Yeah! You suck! Dumb fuck! I'm the fight master! Bipeds can't compete! Look at my footwork. I'm the champ! Eat my shorts! You're so cool, Marc-Andre. Okay, I'll help you out since you're so weak. Let's hang out. Yes, if you lose to Marc-Andre, and then don't break the illusion that Joelle just killed himself there, he will join you. Sort of. Marc-Andre goes into your inventory, and he is an additional action that can happen at the end of every turn. If you want to, you can use him. I'm actually not too sure what that does. We are just going to leave him there as he is for right now. Grab the fire axe and the throwing darts, and conveniently we have a healing spray here to get us recovered after we just took that huge beating from Marc-Andre. Did I remember to put the crimson ring back on Joelle? I did indeed. So, kind of weird though. Normally when we grab those cursed offerings, we get attacked by shades in pretty short order. Let's just use some tonics on everyone to make sure we're in pretty good condition. And now, let's escape from the 4th floor metro. Gotta admit, I'm a little on edge. This all feels a little too easy. Well, I'm sure I'm just being paranoid. Let's get the heck out of here. Yeah, that is actually the end of the 4th floor metro. It's a pretty short area, but I love the aesthetics of it, so very good addition to the game. Not exactly a new dungeon, but you know, like a mini little dungeon, a little vignette. I like it, I like it. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Moving on over here, let's just escape from the metro. Gotta go through the exit turnstile, and oh, hey! I was just talking about you. Yes, over here we've got the hanging shade. We are just going to go to work on this guy. Now it's time to make use of the flamethrower. With our narrow flame burst, we should be able to deal some great damage to this guy. And we will, of course, be having Joelle just use Teeth Storm to do the brunt of his damage. There we go. Got the burn on him immediately. And he's got some heavy bleeding. Let's see. Oof, the curse there inflicts a ton of ailments on you. I'll show you! And yes, Marc-Andre, when he is in your inventory, he will take some actions at the end of every turn. Let's see, I'm going to have Sam Guard, going to have Joelle, go for another Teeth Storm. Let's have another Narrow Flame Burst, and why don't we set up Mycelium, just for the fun of it. Probably not going to be too useful in this particular encounter. And yes, I am setting up the Hanging Shade for the Devourer here. Oh, never mind. He's down for the count. Alright, Hanging Shade defeated, and another Black Ooze acquired. Go us. Pretty easy encounter, honestly. Let me see here. Somebody's poisoned? Yeah, Aster is still poisoned. So we will just give him the quick medication there. Now I'm going to use a first aid kit on Joelle real quick. Oh, by the way, the suturing kit was actually dropped by the Taxidermy dungeon boss. So you don't actually just pick it up from his room anymore. It is now an item he drops. Also on Cursed mode, instead of having 10 uses, it only has 6 uses. Still, it's pretty worth your while to have that around to recover characters, independent of needing first aid kits to help them out. Let me see here. Do I want to give any healing to Aster? Nah, he should be fine. We should be able to manage. We don't really have any more issues coming up. We just took care of the Hanging Shade. So let's get the heck out of here. Oh, wait, never mind. Yeah, it's a shade double feature. Here we've got the Stumbling Shade, but we are going to take him out much the same way. And yes, this is why I really wanted the Flamethrower. Incredibly valuable in encounters with shades, because it hits their weakness and has a fantastic chance of inflicting burn. Big fan of using it as of this update. Definitely worth your time to bring along for these encounters. Damn. That damage on Joelle is just pretty brutal. What we're going to do here is we're going to have Joelle Teeth. We are going to hit this guy with a Narrow Flame Burst. And let's have Felipe... Yeah, what the heck, set up Mycelium again. Unfortunately, Mycelium is not a persistent status effect. It does not carry over between battles, so you cannot take advantage of it across multiple encounters. You do have to set it up every single time. Alright, now we can just have Joelle devour this guy. And we should get a nice HP boost from him. Anytime I can get an HP boost for Joelle, and it doesn't take me too far out of my way, I'm gonna go for it, because just getting Teeth Storm that much more strong. One thing to note is that Marc-Andre does have his own attacks. He also levels up, making him a bit more consistent with the things that he does. I don't know the full mechanics of it, but among other things he can do, he can throw tonics at the enemy to recover them, or use your tonic supply to heal your party. He can also do a barrage of kicks, which, unlike in the encounter with us, which it wasn't too threatening if he even got to do that, he can potentially kill enemies. And in fact, I'm really hoping Joelle finally gets the stupid Devour, so that Marc-Andre doesn't just kick this guy to death. There we go! Alright, we've cracked the 100 HP threshold for Joelle there. We're looking pretty solid. And with that, we are done with the 4th floor metro. And also our lighting is screwed up again. Yeah, those shades have a bad tendency to do this. Hopefully that gets fixed in a future update. Anyways, I'm just going to burn some time now to make sure it's early morning and we can get back into the apartment without having to sleep. So we may as well open up some of these doors around here. Also raid Mutt's kitchen to make sure that we have a good supply of food ourselves. Note the door that should connect into Mutt's counter. We'll check that out in a bit, but just note that it functions differently as of this update. Let me see. Is there anywhere else I haven't been to that I can use to advance the time? Just thinking. Yeah, we haven't been in here. Oh, hey, I think the light's fixed itself. Nice. We don't have an herbicide to get into that room, but I think we can get into here. It's electronically with 29. I need the Earth disk to get into this one, so that's not going to work out. Alright, let me see if I can find a way to advance time enough just so I can get into the apartment without needing to save. You know what? Entering the convenience store should do well enough for us. Let's see. Obviously, Scent-a-Fingers is around here roaming. I think I'll let him live for now. We don't need to kill him. Look at that. Look at that guy. He's just, he's living his best life in here. Is it really right for me to kill him? Hopefully this, let's, take a look at the watch. Should be 5 a.m., that, rolls the time over. Unfortunately, still haven't quite gotten there yet. Let's grab the duct tape and the herbicide. Hey, the herbicide will let me get into another room. Got a roach, carrying along with me here, but, you know what? We'll let him return to the apartment with us. Okay, let me find more places I can advance the time. While I was roaming around, I got attacked by one of these shades. We're actually more than capable of dealing with these guys right now, and we are going to eventually want to kill all of them, so let's get to work on beating this guy down. We've still got our flamethrower equipped, so let's hit him with the narrow flame burst. One thing to note about the flamethrower is that it uses gasoline can. Ooh! That was a little more spicy than I was expecting, but with a Teeth Storm, he goes down without too much issue. We get 600 experience and a guaranteed black ooze. Now, something to note about those large shades, each one is specific, as of this update, to a given floor. Floor 1 has its own unique shade, floor 3, floor 2, the ground floor, the basement, they all have their own unique large shade. And there is a reward for killing them all, and we are definitely going to do that eventually. For right now, though, it's not something that is a huge priority for me. Oh, who's there? Come in. Just visiting Harriet's apartment real quick, because that is an option. Oh, Harriet, you've got a serious infestation in your apartment here. Oh, goodness gracious. Let's heal up Sam real quick for this guy. Well, we're taking out another one right now. Alrighty. Hopefully this goes a little bit better than the previous fight. As you can see, these guys don't have that much HP, so now that we have really good attacking options at our disposal. Also, Felipe has learned Assume Control. It is capable of charming enemies that are infected with his Spore Cloud Poison. This is one of his combo skills. It even halves charm resistance for enemies that do actually possess that, so it is a good way to attempt to inflict charm if you can get the Spore Poison to stick, which isn't always the easiest thing in the world to do. Another Teeth Storm, and another large shade taken care of. Now, I'm not going to raid Harriet's apartment. I am just going to, there we go, advance enough time until it is early morning. And hey, there was a quick bit of text there. Fievel had a growth spurt overnight. Let's get back to the apartment real quick. Feel a bit itchy, and hey. Whoa. Huh. Uh-oh. There are several things happening all at once here. The danger was thrilling. Felipe is level 9. We've got a message from the roaches. Take the paper. Oh, that's nice. You feel her accidentally brush past her leg. We've got more political unrest. Fievel has grown up. Once Fievel reaches level 12, he will have a growth spurt. Well, my rat compatriot, since I have no say in who comes and goes from this house, we will simply have to find a way to live with each other. The baby rat looks up at Papineau curiously, cocks his head. Let me see. Oh, we've already seen this one. Accept your terms, Rodin. It is a deal. But yes, Fievel gets a growth spurt at level 12, giving him additional HP and stamina, as well as raising all his stats. The amount he gains in that regard is actually dependent on the game's difficulty. He gains less on Curse Mode. I believe he gets 20 HP and 20 extra stamina, and +2 to all his stats on Curse Mode, so He's a bit closer to a more conventional party member. He can also use two-handed equipment now, so he can use things like great swords, claymores, he can use rifles now, so he becomes a bit more flexible in that regard. But the more prudent thing you probably noticed is that the power is out. This is a new thing that happens within 1 day of you activating the elevator. The power goes out, denying us access to the elevator, funnily enough. Sybil, I have a lot to ruminate on right now. Let's see. Yeah, we've already seen all this. Thank you, Sybil. We will just make a new save here. The elevator works again, but I suppose nothing. Oh, she doesn't actually comment on the power. I was hoping she would, because the elevator is not functional while the power is out. Now, that is of course going to be something we want to correct when we return next time, but there is one last thing I would like to take care of before this video is over. You're outside. You don't feel any different. We once again find ourselves faced with the vile visitor, but I have new power at my disposal. If I can just well up the courage and determination to do it. Are you trying to hurt me? Yes. We are going to defeat you, visitor. We are going to undo the tyranny that you have wrought upon this land. Never felt this before. I don't like it. I'm going to make you disappear. But I don't think you're prepared for this. Rush Braver's forbidden technique. Everybody is counting on me. I think it is time to use the meteor strike. New name for Rush? Well, I don't think so. We are prepared. This is it. The moment I've been preparing for my whole life. The moment I've trained for. Meteor strike! Oh no! Rush! Oh, this can't be it. This can't be the end. Rush, what are you doing? You can't give up now. Everyone's counting on you. Oh, Blast! My friend Blast. The tears of friendship. Blast, but how? I thought you were gone. I'll never be gone as long as you keep me alive in your heart. Alright, with Blast at our side, there is no way we will fail. Let's use Hero's Will to make sure that we are strong here, and let's go for a Demon Haymaker here. With the power of friendship at our side, the Visitor stands no chance. Use the Demon Haymaker there. Come on, Rush. Can't let it end here. I know you've got it in you. Zonrath! Yes! With everyone at our side, there's no way we can fail. No, Blast! Ah, poor Blast. But that's okay. We now have the Rushing Wind and a buff at our disposal in order to deal good damage to the Visitor here. We've also got Zonrath's Yggdrasil attack here. End of Yggdrasil. Rush, the people need you. Get back up and fight. With Zalatar at our side, we can definitely succeed here. Unfortunately, Blast is out of the fight, but like he said, as long as he is in our hearts, we will succeed, and he will always be beside us. Let's go for Rushing Wind once again. Zonrath can use another End of Yggdrasil, and we've got so many spells at our disposal through Zalatar here. Why don't we have him hit him with a Fracture real quick? There we go. End of Yggdrasil. Visitor has taken out Zalatar, unfortunately, but that's okay. With Rushing Wind, and our buffs, our Hero's Will, we can defeat them no problem. There goes Zonrath also. Rabu! Rabu uses the Tears of Friendship. Musashi! You're finally ready, Rush. Show the world how strong you've become. Rush, if you can't do this, nobody can. You've got this. And May also comes in. Alright, time to get to work, guys. Keep using Rushing Wind here. Rabu has a ton of skills at his disposal. Rabu Bonk, Rabu, bonk the bad guy on the noggin. That'll teach him. He's got his Rabu Dance, dance and wiggle around. He's got Rabu Cake, bake a cake for everyone to enjoy. Chocolate Mousse, Rabu Poison, he uses Poison Stinger. And finally, Torment Beam. Power of the Ring of Torment. curses the user to suffer for 10,000 years in the vivisection pit for each use. You've got this, Rabu! Hit him with the Torment Beam! And we've got Musashi here. Let's see, unique attack, have a Sword of Regicide, the Blade thirsts for royal blood. I think that'll work quite well. Also go for a Venom Stab here. And Rabu, use the Torment Beam! Rabu? It's okay, Rabu. The Vivisection Pit is not as bad as it sounds. And a Rushing Wind there. And once again, we've got a glance from the Berserker. Oh, Musashi! You've definitely seen better days, my friend, but don't worry, it will not be in vain. Rabu, hit him with another Torment Beam. Let's see, we've got 100 Claws here, I think will work quite well. Let's see, Smoke Bomb to blind the visitor. It's got a big eye there, so that should probably help us out. Another Torment Beam. Rabu. And 100 Claws from Musashi. Oh yeah, the visitor does not stand any chance here. We're getting quite a lot of mileage out of Rushing Wind. Uh-oh, there goes Rabu also. But hey, they got their Torment Beams out there. Is that really all you've got? I guess I was wrong about you. And Maldark has come in to help us out. We better get Hero's Will back up here. Do we have any items that we can utilize? Should probably use an elixir to make sure Rush doesn't run out of stamina. And now we have, let's see, Vampire Strike, Draining Slash, Hellfire. I think that is what we want to go for. Get Rush swelled with courage once again. Get another DOT effect on the visitor. Let's see, the visitor's got Breath of Creation. Oof, pretty significant damage there. But I think we still got this. Let's see. Maldark is looking pretty rough there. We're going to definitely want to use some healing here. Let's see here. We don't really need the monster skill, so let's get another elixir there. And let's do another Hellfire. Ooh, there goes Musashi. And then Rushing Wind. Ooh, Rush is looking a little rough there. We can get him back in, though. Rush! Himiko! And with the Tears of Friendship, Himiko is here to help us out. Now, we've got Rushing Wind once again. Let me see here. I want to make sure that Rush actually does survive. Let's get an elixir used on him. We'll use Hellfire here. Let's see here. We got Healing Wind. Yeah, let's just go for Healing Wind to make sure everybody is in good standing here. Okay, get Rush recovered up there. Hellfire. And then Rushing Wind once again. We're so close. We've got this in the bag. The visitor beckons, and Himiko has been assimilated as part of the visitor. I've always believed in you, and there's one more thing. I've always... With the Tears of Friendship. Save it for later. There's one more thing I gotta do. Finally, Meteor Strike. Once again, we've got this. Victory is within our grasp. Himiko rebelled against the visitor's will. May is down, but... Meteor Strike. My friends believe in me. It's time to show them they were right. Meteor Strike! Rush's party was victorious. 8,000 experience received. Evil is defeated and the world is saved. It takes years for the mystical realms of Arcania to return to normal, but in time, peace once again prevails. Blast returns to the village and becomes a swordsmanship instructor. Eventually, he's elected mayor and proudly represents his people in the Arcanian Congress. Ever in search of ancient relics, Zonrath sets off on a new journey to find the lost ruins of Elfandria. With his trusty axe, he cleaves his way to golden glory. Zalatar retires from his position as Archmagister of Zauberheim and finally builds his Cliff's Cottage. He spends his time gardening rare and exotic herbs for his apothecary. Rabu never quite recovered from the final battle. He returned to Rabu Village, a despondent man, rarely leaving his home. Eventually, he disappeared without a trace. Musashi returns the Chrysanthemum Plate to the eastern realm of Tatsukai and receives a hero's welcome. The Emperor appoints him as chief bodyguard, the nation's highest honor. Tricky as always, May finds herself in trouble more often than not, but with characteristic guile, she always somehow manages to find her way out. Maldark takes up a life of penance for his grievous misdeeds. He spends his day helping the needy, and in time becomes known as a hero. As for Rush and Himiko, some say they can see the wind gale just over the horizon, ever in search of new adventures. That is the end. The true final ending of Look Outside. I know, so unexpected. I mean, we haven't even done anything with those cursed offerings we've been collected, but this is the end. That is Look Outside. As always, I hope you've enjoyed following me along and playing this game, and who knows, even though this is the final true ending, maybe we'll see some more content in a future update. But, for now, the gamer closes the game, pulls up the wiki, and begins the solemn task of editing a new page for this ending. Grimly, with a heavy heart, he labels the page correctly as Final True Ending, and begins writing out the events that just transpired. For some strange reason, he decides to leave the final 4 messages of the ending out of the article. They don't need to know, he thinks. It's better this way. The gamer is correct. Thank you for playing. Nah, I'm just kidding. Next time we'll be returning and getting this whole blackout situation resolved. Hopefully it's not anything too serious. As always, hope you enjoyed watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Until then, though, goodbye.
I don't dispute the doubts you've outlined, no. But it's my right to waste your time.